Okay, class. This is the video where I read it and do the questions, okay? First thing we want to do is put our name on it. I'm going to put mine on it, okay? Mr. Salguero. Okay? So, number one. How is 308 written in word form? I'm going to go ahead and underline the question. 308 word form. I'll put my hundreds, tens, ones. Did I hear any 3,000? Do we have 1,000? No. 38. I don't hear 100. Is there 100 in here? Yes, there is 100. This is wrong. Okay. 300, 300, 300. Okay. 0 tens, 8 ones. We don't call it 8 ones. We call it a special name. So let's go ahead and write what these are. 380. What's this number? 308. 308. D is going to be your answer choice. Number two. How is 912 written in word form? So we're going to underline it. Word form. 912. Hundreds, tens, ones. F says 9,000. We do not have 1,000. G says 910 and 2. There is 110 and there is a 2. 921. So I hear this. 912. 12. Okay. 910 and 2. I know that we don't know how to call this 912. I know it has a name. 900, and I know when 1 and 2 are together, it's not called 110 and 2 ones. It's the special name. 912. J. Number 3. How is 730 written in word form? Underline that. Word form. So, do my place value. Hundreds, tens, ones. 700. 730. 7,000. We do not have no thousands. 7,300. That's what this is saying. 7,300. That doesn't make sense. There's 2 numbers under hundreds. 703. So 703. Okay. A is going to be your correct answer. Number 4. How is 780 written in word form? $780 word form. Hundreds, tens, ones. Okay. 700. Let's eliminate 700, 700, 7,000. This is wrong. 8 tens, 0 ones. Okay. 708. That sounds like this. That's not going to be my number. 780. 708. This and this are together, but we know we're not supposed to use and. Double wrong. And this is still not that number. 780. It's going to be G. Number 5. Which word form represents 600 plus 40 plus 3. So, most of the time, we could just add this real quick to help us out. 3 plus 0, 0, 3. 4 plus 0, 4. 6. Good. And we'll do our place value chart. Hundreds, tens, ones. There it goes. 600. So we have 100. This is 6,000. We don't have 1,000. This is 64 and 3. It says nothing about hundreds, and then we have hundreds. 643. 5 is C. Number 6. A number has 3 ones, 7 tens, and 5 hundreds. What is the number? Align my question. 3 ones, 7 tens, 5 hundreds. First thing you should do, always draw your place value chart. How many hundreds? 5 hundreds. How many tens? 7 tens. How many ones? 3 ones. 573. If you notice, these are not in order. They're scattered all around. That's why place value chart is so important. The answer is G for 6. Number 7, use the chart to solve the problem. There is a 9 in my ones place. There is a 3 in my hundreds place. There is 2 in my tens place. Which number am I? B. This one's pretty simple. And again, if you don't know what a place value is, look around your test and maybe you'll see something like this already drawn out for you. But you should always, like I said, circle 9 ones, 3 hundreds, 2 tens. Okay? This was number 7. Number 8. Look at the animals. What fraction of the animals are skunks? So even if you don't know what skunks are, you can still count 1, 2, 3, 4. There are 4 animals. And what do we call 4 parts? Fourths. So 1/8. When we look at this, we need to put part and total. Is there 8 animals? No, there's only 4. Wrong. Okay. And then this is where we underline the question. What fraction animals skunks? If you don't know what skunks are, look at the grammar. Skunks. They wrote it with an S. What happens when you have pizza versus pizzas? This means just one pizza. This means more than one. So it's asking for skunks. Which animals are more than one? These 2 are more than one. So it's probably going to be this one. 1, 2. So there's 2 out of 4 skunks. H. Number 9. Which picture shows 1/4 of the figure shaded? So I'm going to write part and total. So the total needs to be 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So all of these have 4, and they are all equal. Let's see how many are shaded. This one has 2 shaded. This one has 2 shaded. This one has 1/4 shaded. What number are we looking for? 1/4. The answer to number 9 is C. Number 10. Which picture shows 2/4 of the circle shaded? Underline 2/4. So I'm going to put part total. Shaded. Okay, so it's asking how many have 2 shaded. So we count 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 in total for this one. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 in total for this one. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 in total for this one. Now how many are shaded? 1, 2, 3. 3/4. 1/4. 1, 2, 2/4. What are we looking for? 2/4. Which one is it? H. Number 11. Look at the shape. What fraction of this shape is shaded? So it's doing the same thing. See? Part total. So let's look at the total parts. What fraction of the shape is shaded? 1, 2, 3, 4. So I know whatever answer I need to have, it needs to have 4 because there are 4 equal parts. This one doesn't have 4. Wrong. Shaded. Shaded is cuántos son mancha, okay? 1, 2. So that's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for 2/4. Let's see. This one says 1/4. 2/4. Wham. Wham bam. Wham bam. Number 11 is B. Number 12. Look at the squares. What fraction of the squares are shaded? Let me count how many squares there are. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So in total it's 10. Okay. So we know it wants to know what part of the squares are shaded. How many squares are shaded? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5, 10. Nope. This one's already a nope. Yes. Good job. Answer number 12 is H. Number 13. Which of the following numbers is greater than 305? Underline my question. Greater 305. Okay. So what I want you to do, if it says greater, it wants a number bigger than this. It wants a number 1. So we got to compare it. So we're going to do our hundreds, tens, ones, and we're going to put this number, 305. We need to find a number 1. We need to beat this number, okay? 297. Is 3 bigger than 2? Yes. So that means this is number 1, and this is number 2. Do we want this as number 1? No, we do not want this as number 1. We need something bigger than this. It wants something greater. This needs to be number 2. So this is wrong. Okay. Bam. Let's put 208. Is 3 bigger than 2? Yes. That's number 1. That's number 2. No, we need something bigger than 305. This is wrong. Let's go to 322. Is 3 bigger than 3? No, it's equal, so we go to the next place value. Is 0 bigger than 2? It is not bigger than 2, so this is 1. And this is 2. Whoa, this one might work out. Maybe. Let's do the last one. 100 78. Okay, it's going to be a maybe. Okay. Is 3 bigger than 1? Yes. Then this will be number 1. This will be number 2. That's something we want. We want something greater. So we eliminate this one. Only one it could be is C. Okay. This one is bigger than 305. Okay. And to make sure you can write it out like this, and the alligator eats the bigger number, you know it's true. Okay. 13 is C. Let's go to 14. Number 14 says, which of the following numbers is greater than 339? So let's just put our hundreds, tens, ones. Greater. So we need to beat that number. 300, this one over here, 339. Let's go ahead and try 351. Is 3 bigger than 3? It's a tie. Is 3 bigger than 5? No. So this will be number 1. I'm looking for number 1. So this one's a maybe. Should you stop there? If you have time, check your work. Eliminate everything. Let's try 297. Okay. Is 3 bigger than 2? Yes. So this would be number 1, and this would be number 2. We're trying to find something bigger than that. We're trying to find a number 1. So this would be wrong. 337. Is 3 bigger than 3? No, it's a draw. Is 3 bigger than 3? No, it's a draw. Is 9 bigger than 7? Yes. So then this will be number 1, and this will be number 2, which is wrong because we're trying to find a number 1. Number 1 is bigger. It's the greatest. H would be wrong. 329. Is 3 bigger than 3? No, it's a tie. Is 3 bigger than 2? Yeah, so that would be number 1, and this would be number 2. But we're trying to find a number that's number 1, something that's bigger. So you eliminate it. And just to make sure, write it like this: 339, and the alligator eats the bigger number. And you got to ask yourself, does that look right? It does to me. 14 is F. Number 15. Which of these numbers is between 268 and 280? So the way you need to write it out, you need to write it like this: 268. They want it in the middle between these numbers. So you need to do like this. Make a blank box. You need to do it like this, okay? Alligator cannot eat anything bigger than it, because if it's bigger, it's not between. If it's bigger than 280, it's not between. The alligator can't eat anything smaller than this one, because if he does, it's not in the middle, okay? And then this is where you can pick one side and see which one works, okay? So let's eliminate. Let's compare everything to 268. It has to be greater than 268. So let's do 268. It has to be bigger because the alligator eats bigger. So let's put 294. 2 is bigger than 2, but 9 is bigger than 6, so it's a maybe. Okay. Maybe. 254. 2 is equal to 2, and 6 is greater than 5, which is, if it's possible, okay, if this is greater than this, that means it is not in the middle. This would be over here somewhere, okay? So this is wrong. It can't be it because it's smaller than this, and it can't be any smaller than 268. So you can eliminate this one. 260. 2 is equal to 2, 6 is equal to 6, 8 is greater than 0, which is, if it's in the middle, it needs to be more than 268. This is less, so it's wrong. Okay. And again, 271. 2 is equal to 2. 6 is less than 7, so this is possible. Okay. we come over here, hundreds, tens, and ones. Right, 280. Okay, we only have 294 and 271. In order for this one to be right, it has to be less than 280. Because if it's more than 280, it's not between it. It's going to be over here somewhere, okay? So we use our answer choices. 294. Is 2 bigger than 2? Equal. So we go to the next one. Is 8 bigger than 9? No. So then this one would be bigger. It can't go in here. This is wrong. And in that instance, you would find your answer, which would be D. But we eliminate all answer choices. In order for this one to be right, it has to be less than this number. So it's 2 is equal to 2. 8 is bigger than 7. So yes, it would make sense. This would be the answer. And as always, you always want to put the answer choice in here. And look at it. Does that make sense? Yes, it is between 268 and 280. D. Which number has the least value? Okay. In this situation, what is least? Least is however many numbers we're using. 1, 2, 3, 4. We're using 4 numbers, so it's going to be fourth. So let's do our hundreds, our tens, our ones. So 520, 524, 512, 502. We need to find our 4, so let's find our number 1 first. We'll look to the place value to the farthest left. They're all equal. We'll go to the tens. 2 is the biggest. Is a tie. We'll use the ones place to see which one's bigger. 4 is. So this would be our first. This is our second. Which one's bigger? 5 or 5? Equal. Which one's bigger? 1 or 0? 1. This will be our third. This will be our fourth. We're looking for our fourth. J. Number 17. Which of these statements is true? So we're trying to figure out which one's true. So this one is saying the alligator will eat this number. So 212 and 187. So it's saying in this instance, it's saying this is number 1. It's saying alligator used the bigger number. This is number 1. It's saying alligator used the bigger number. This is the number 1. It's saying alligator used the bigger number. This is number 1. Okay, and the rest of these will be number 2. So alligator eats the biggest number. So let's see if the biggest. 2 is bigger than 1. So this will be number 1. This will be number 2. Alligator should eat this number, and he is. Try little teeth. So that is right. We get lucky. But you still want to check your work, okay? If you have time. So sometimes you can tell by just looking at the place value: hundreds, tens, ones, hundreds, tens, ones. 1 and 1 is equal, but 6 is greater than 4. This is 2 hundreds